Welcome to the channel, where cars aren't just machines, they're stories, icons, and legends. Today, we take a nostalgic journey through time to explore one of the most recognizable and beloved cars ever made, the Volkswagen Beetle. From its roots in pre-war Germany to its rise as a pop culture phenomenon and global bestseller. The Beetle is more than just a car. It's a symbol of freedom, fun, and timeless design. So, buckle up as we take a closer look at the history, impact, and legacy of the car that captured the world's imagination, the one and only Volkswagen Beetle. The Volkswagen Beetle is one of the most iconic cars in automotive history. With its unmistakable, rounded shape, compact size, and enduring popularity, the Beetle has carved a legacy that few vehicles can match. From its humble beginnings in pre-World War II Germany to becoming a symbol of freedom and fun across the globe, the Beetle's journey is as fascinating as the car itself. The story of the Beetle begins in the late 1930s when Ferdinand Porsche designed a simple, affordable, and reliable vehicle at the request of Adolf Hitler, who wanted the people's car, or Volkswagen. The result was the original Beetle, officially known as the Volkswagen Type 1. Production was initially slow due to the onset of World War II, but once peace returned, the Beetle entered mass production and quickly gained traction in post-war Europe. By the 1950s, it had become a symbol of economic recovery and engineering reliability. What made the Beetle so special was its simplicity. It featured a rear-mounted, air-cooled engine, rear-wheel drive, and a minimalist interior. Yet, it was dependable, easy to maintain, and surprisingly durable. Its features made it popular not only in Germany but also in countries across the world, including the United States. In fact, during the 1960s and 70s, the Beetle became a cultural icon in America. It was seen as a car of the youth, the counterculture, and the environmentally conscious. Its quirky looks, affordability, and fuel efficiency made it a favorite. Among students and artists, the Beetle's influence extended beyond engineering and economics. It appeared in pop culture, most notably as Herbie in Disney's The Love Bug film series, where a sentient beetle won races and hearts alike. Its design remained relatively unchanged for decades, which only added to its charm. Car's silhouette became instantly recognizable and loved by millions. By the late 1970s, however, the Beetle began to feel outdated. Competing automakers were producing more modern front-engine, water-cooled vehicles. Volkswagen itself shifted its focus to models like the Golf and Passat. Still, the Beetle lived on in several countries, including Mexico and Brazil, where it was produced and sold for many more years. In fact, the final original Beetle rolled off the production line in Mexico in 2003, marking the end of an era. But the Beetle was far from gone. In 1998, Volkswagen introduced the new Beetle, a modern reinterpretation of the classic. While it retained the original's rounded shape and playful personality, it came with modern features like front-wheel drive, water-cooled engines, airbags, and improved comfort. This version targeted a new generation while still appealing to nostalgic fans. The new Beetle was followed by a third generation in 2011, which was sportier, lower, and more performance-oriented, reflecting changing consumer tastes. Despite these updates, changing market demands eventually led Volkswagen to discontinue the Beetle again. In 2019, the final third-generation Beetle was produced, once more marking the end of production for this legendary model. Yet, the spirit of the Beetle lives on. It remains a collector's favorite, with vintage models regularly seen at car shows and parades. Custom builds, restorations, and Beetle clubs around the world continue to celebrate its legacy, from a utilitarian people's car to a pop culture legend. The Volkswagen Beetle has had a unique journey through history. It symbolized freedom, innovation, and individuality in different eras. With more than 21 million units produced during its lifetime. It's one of the best-selling cars of all time. Few vehicles have managed to connect with so many people across generations and continents like the Beetle has. While Volkswagen may have moved on to electric vehicles in newer models, the Beetle remains a timeless symbol of creativity, resilience, and joy on wheels. Whether cruising through the streets of Berlin in the 1950s or parked outside a California beach in the 1970s, the Beetle has always managed to capture hearts. And that's something no blueprint or engine spec can replicate. The Beetle isn't just a car. It's a legacy.